Okay, everyone, welcome back to Workshop Wednesday. This is our last one of the month. Topcoder Design Month is closing out, and we have Jessie and Daniela with us to help close things out. So this is our recap of the month, all the great things that we have accomplished, and my clock going off on time. So reminder to everyone out there, and if this is your first time joining one of our sessions, if you happen to compete on any of our Topcoder design challenges, these are the faces of the different project managers that you may be working with. So we have Isa, John, Sunita Das, Vignesh, and Anthony. So Isa out of the US, Sunita and Vignesh out of India, and Anthony out of London. So these are the faces of the different project managers, UI, UX project managers that any of you may be interfacing with, receiving feedback from. So just wanted to make sure that everyone knows who they are. Topcoder Design, why are we all here? So what is our foundation? What is it that I like to talk about? We are a global community focused on solving real world graphic design and user experience problems through our collective creativity and the crowd, which is all of you, amazing designers in our community. And solving real world graphic design problems and user experience problems, this is key. This is where we ask our customers, these are very large enterprise customers, big businesses around the world looking to solve design problems, and all of you designers help them solve these issues. And I think the key thing here is all of you bring your experiences, your life, where you are located in the world, your view on tackling these design problems. And so I want to say, in celebration of Design Month, thank you for all of that, for all that all of you do, and all of the different ideas and concepts that you bring to the great design community we have here at Topcoder. So we are a challenge-based process. So we run competitions where you as designers submit your concept or solution for critique by Topcoder customers or us, or as I'm going to mention, our design review board now. In this design process, we promote design education, open design thinking, and innovation through through rapid design. So I think a key thing here is that innovation through rapid design. I think any of you joining first time, or any of you that have been here for a long time, this idea of rapid design can really help spur innovation and really help spur you as the designer to achieve things quicker, to think quicker, and to also process through some of these design problems that our customers are bringing to us. This whole thing is about challenging ourselves, the design process, our concept of what is a design process, and the way we all work together as a design community. At Topcoder, we focus in on information architecture, user experience, user interface experience, and front-end development. So if any of you are interested in these areas, we run challenges, competitions in these spaces, and I recommend that you jump in and check it out. If any of you have questions, that's why I am here. That's why Jessie's here. That's why Daniela's here. We're here to answer questions and help any of you get started. Design Month. So we've been running this all month. May is our design month. And this year and all future years, we are celebrating this in memory of Gerald, or GH Diablo, as I say, or Diablo, as many of you say. We lost him here a couple months ago, and this is in honor of his memory and all the great things that he has done. He did for us, for the community, for all of you as members, his great spirit and his willingness to help all of us. I wanted to show show the page that's been created. So if any of you have not gone to check out the web page that we've created in honor and dedication to Diablo, it is currently located off of the Design Month. And Diablo was a amazingly talented designer. I knew him from when we used to run what we call bug races. He would jump in, and he was an amazingly fast, rapid designer, you could say. solving these problems with also an eye on how things might be built from a technology standpoint. But the key thing about Gerald was that he was always having fun, or always came across that he was having fun and communicating with all of you, that he might be competing with, but also sharing his knowledge. And for him, design was an outlet, and it was a lot of fun. And I think that joy is what I miss a lot. Not having that conversation or seeing or hearing that joy from Gerald is definitely a miss right now. So hailing from the Philippines, he joined Topcoder in 2009. He was a very passionate musician and gamer. And as I said, very passionate about all things here at design, all things here at Topcoder related to design. He had so much fun with talking with all of us and the different crazy ideas he'd come up with. I asked him to have his own Slack channel in when we started our community Slack. So I thought for him to be able to communicate with everyone and be able to share his ideas, it'd be unique that anytime someone was invited to the community Slack, they were automatically invited into his Slack channel, and that he could welcome anyone new. And so his spirit lives on, and I'm very excited that we are sharing Design Month and making Design Month be in honor of him. So on this page that we created, there are some of his designs. I did want to call out a couple that I remember. This was a challenge that we ran as a Rux. He ended up winning. We ran this at South by Southwest. Actually, it was a Lux, which was a live user experience challenge. We ran this at South by Southwest, and he won this. And it was based on this idea of smart cities. And when Gerald would design something, he would always go, in my opinion, he would go for bold, he'd go for unique ideas, he'd try something different, whether or not he'd win or lose, because he had a lot of fun in his designs. He had a lot of fun in creating different things. And that always came across to me. And so this was one that the customer really enjoyed, that he ended up winning, based on this idea of augmented reality and using your mobile app and being able to get around a city. So I thought it was a great solve at the time. This one was a design that he did for a mobile application for a bank, and it was completely different than every other design. I think he ended up taking third place or second place. Some of it may not have been practical in the long run, but it definitely stood out for its creativity, stood out for trying something different, and also from the customer's view, trying something that they may not have been able to go build, but at least it was able to capture some of the visual elements that might be engaging for their banking customers. So I definitely thought this is one of the designs, whenever I see this, really reminds me of Gerald and his design process. I refer back to this all the time. When Gerald created our original matchup poster, this idea of any of us as competitors competing against each other, any of our members competing against each other, what might that look like? He ended up winning this challenge. This is obviously in our older Topcoder brand, but I really liked how this had kind of this fight night matchup, kind of like a boxing match design, and really showing how, in this case, AC Rush versus Piotr, what it might look like as a matchup. We revisited this this inspired some of the posters and ideas that we had for TCO 19 when we started the bracket challenge, the tournament challenge, this idea of like, what would be the matchups. So his design has inspired additional thoughts around this as we've continued to evolve what we do here at Topcoder. And then Jessie, if you remember this one, I don't know if you have any thoughts on this, the Brando Egg Hunter Extraordinaire.
Yeah, so we did a kids website back in the day. It was funded by the government, and the goal of the website was to get kids to have some fun playing games while also learning STEM skills, science, technology, engineering, and math. And so this was one of the games on the website that was designed by Guy, and it was this egg hunter. So you had to go through and map him out to be able to get the eggs. And this was all him. Like, we didn't say this is what we were looking for. He just came up with it, and it was one of the coolest games that we had. So love this design in this game. Such a cool idea.
This was our Lux. I think it was our third Lux, and this always stood out to me because this is where we ran. This is where in our Lux challenges, sometimes we have inspirations. We have questionnaires for our audience, and one of them was Gru from the Minion movies, was from Despicable Me, was like the persona. So of course, Gerald, captured the Minion as part of this, and I thought it was so funny, like seeing inside these designs where the Minion was like part of this like serene yard or this landscapes, and so I always this design always stood out to me, and then of course his approach to the logo. And again, I would have to go back and look, but the logo was also inspired by a sketch that was part of this this challenge. So again, I thought this, whenever I see this, I always smile, and it reminds me of Gerald's wit and his approach to the different designs. So recap of some of what we have here on Gerald's page. So please, everyone, go check it out. Again, very excited and honored that Design Month is in celebration of GH3 Oblo. Okay, so review of what we've been doing the last few weeks over the month. We've had a recap of the Designer Review Board. We had alumni here. We did a customer session last week, and then we're going to get to our overall month recap with prizes. So we went through the Designer Review Board. I think Lynn may be on right now, but Lynn and Daniela and Farjar and Tony and Glenn helped kick off what we call the Design Review Board. This is our new process for providing all of you designers feedback and challenges. So actually formalizing and leveraging the idea that we have in code challenges, that all code gets reviewed. Why can't we also review designs and give you the feedback? In case you're not winning, at least you're getting feedback so you can learn what to improve, and of course ideally win in the future. So this whole process is a new initiative, so my ask is everyone work with us on it. We're going to continue to refine it, and we're also inviting everyone to be part of the Designer Review Board to create a community here at Topcoder that talks about design on a regular basis, so we can all become better designers, but also not only prove but show our expertise to our customers, and up level all of our design and our approach to design, especially when it comes to the world of user experience. So this whole process, what will Designer Reviewer do? They will be part of planning and launching challenges. So this is the step I think many of you have asked for, and Daniela has asked for, is bringing back spec reviews, so we can actually have a very structured way of looking at our challenges that allows you as a designer to know, to have a better idea of expectations in a challenge. And then we, from the Designer Review Board, have a better idea of making sure that what you're submitting, it gets reviewed, fits into the requirements that the customers are asking for, and that information is being relayed back to you in an informative way, educational way, that you can all become better designers. So spec review, during the checkpoint, the Designer Review Board is involved, working with the challenge project manager, working with the customer to understand what the feedback is. And then in the final review, which is a big gap that we've had for many years, is providing that final review at the end of the challenge so you understand why you may not have placed. So many times you get the checkpoint review, but you don't have a final review. So providing that feedback so you can improve for the next time. And that is the Design Review Board recap. Before I move on, Jessie and Daniela, any questions right now, or?
Nope, we're good. Keep going.
Okay. So week 2, we talked to our alumni. Welcomed back Christopher Rouge, DJ Napier, and Anand XK Randa. Onyx Ronda has been more active. I think I went through and showed that, you know, he's competed over 400 design challenges and 300 logo challenges. And so he's definitely still very active compared to Christopher and DJ Napier, but it was great to have them talk through the influence of Topcoder in their lives, on their resumes, and the influence of how we've helped them in their careers. And this goes back to what I mentioned in the beginning. I think this experience of that rapid designing, thinking through problems quickly and looking to solve, or at least put something out there that is a possible solve, has helped everyone in their careers. And I hope that all of you can continue to leverage our rapid design process to improve and, of course, influence your careers and your expertise in design, UI and UX design. Christopher Rouge was our very first Topcoder logo winner, Topcoder Open logo winner. So we highlighted that. I thought that was great. And then Onyx Ronda and DJ Napier are past design champions. So Onyx Ronda in 2008 and DJ Dale in 2009. So it was great to welcome them back as part of our alumni session. And then last week we had our customer session. I welcomed Namit to meet everyone and talk through his process. What I mentioned this last week, I'll mention again. What I love about Namit is as he incorporates design in all of his conversations. Any sales meeting I am in with him talking to customers, he talks about design and brings this forward and really pushes like the idea that Topcoder and all of you as community members can help influence and drive outcomes for our customers. And so he does a lot of work on personas. So they drive a persona-based service on really getting those kind of understanding the user, understanding the requirements for any of the projects that we do that Namit brings to Topcoder. So I thought that was great insight on the different things that he works on and focuses on. And of course, I think any of that type of detail obviously makes all of you more educated on the ask, and of course provides the background information that you all need to, of course, provide a great design. And now we are back to week 4. So here we are with our recap and prizes. So we ran Jessie's Design Month Dash, and Jessie, would you just want to kind of jump in right now and just kind of talk about the Design Month Dash and what you've experienced this month and your thoughts and overall feelings on how this went for the second year in a row? Since
yeah,
this
sure.
is your dash.
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm gonna just share my screen now. Okay. Yeah, so this was Design Month Dash started last year. So I had this crazy idea that we could do this really cool design challenge where everyone gets the same challenge, but a little tweaks here and there to that challenge. So some of you were given, a silly object to incorporate. Some of you were giving a different theme than others. So really, it was just to get your creative juices flowing and see how you could adapt to a certain situation based on the specification you were given. And so it was a 3-round competition that just completed yesterday. So after, we had over 160 people who signed up to participate, which was awesome. I had 10 of the best co-pilots we have at Topcoder to help run the first, second, and third rounds. We had a number of folks from Topcoder, our staff, participate as a judge. It's really great to incorporate people at Topcoder to judge design challenges because not everybody at Topcoder gets to work with the community directly. So some of the folks do all the time, like myself, Adam, and then the product development team. But a lot of our sales team or administrative help, they don't get to be a part of the community as much as we do. So having the opportunity for them to come in and look at designs and see how we do what we do and to see how amazing you folks are is really powerful for them. And so I was so grateful that we had a number of volunteers who came in And not only did they look at your designs and judge them, but also provided some good feedback. And it not only helped you, but helped them learn how our community actually works. So overall, it was a really, really great challenge. And I was so pleased with the results. I mean, every time I run a design challenge, and I've said this before, I've been at Topcoder for 15 years, since the beginning of design challenges at Topcoder, to be honest. Every time I run one, still to this day, I'm blown away with how I get these results. Blown away. It's like, it's never like, it's just a thing. It's always like amazing to me to see I can put something out there and get the amazing results that I get. So every time. And so every one of these challenges was so hard to look at because they were all so good. That's always the problem, is which one do I pick? They're all amazing. So without further ado, I wanted to run through some of the designs and of course show you some of the winners. So the first round, I'm just going to show, we put a nice little blog post. The first round was a design challenge for a t-shirt for Design Month. And so instead of providing random items for folks, we decided to go with themes. So Heat 1, the theme was outer space. And they had some fun colors. So you can see some of these really cool designs that they come up with. Astronauts and the Renaissance. I don't want to try to pronounce that one by Toxic Pixel, but some really cool. I mean, if you see, like, every designer got the same spec for outer space, and you could see how they took that and made it their own. And they're just all really, really cool looking. And then the next theme was ocean. So this one was Arianto. You can see how we took our logo and kind of made it deep sea. Deep sea was really cool. I love the Save the Ocean. Really beautiful artwork there. And Iverson is actually a coder at Topcoder. So it was really cool to see someone from not from the design community participating and winning a placement. So congratulations to Iverson for that. Really cool to see him jumping to another challenge. So the next heat was safari themed. And I love how there's so many different ways people took this. I mean, this one as a challenge hunter, so cool, so creative. You know, I wouldn't have thought of that when I picked safari as a theme. And then you have the traditional, you know, if you can't really see the background here, but the brackets are shaped with animals from the safari, which is super cool. So some really, really great designs here. And I know I'm scrolling through these really fast because we don't have all day, but I will share the links. I want you guys to be able to look at them. And then the carnival theme. So in the United States, when I think of carnival, I think of you go to the carnival with your kids, there's a Ferris wheel and popcorn. But on a global scale, carnival is more of like carnival, you know, in Brazil where you celebrate so I wanted to really see what we got here. So this one is more traditional to Carnival, right? With the design and the colors even too. And this one as well with the mask and the hat. So it was just interesting to see. And then this one is a Ferris wheel. So everyone took it their own. So it was really cool to see how the one theme, and this guy has a little bit of everything. So it was really interesting how that played out. The next theme was the beach. Yeah, some really fun designs for the beach as well. Everybody loves beach themed shirts. I love the message in a bottle. Very, very cool. So, and then the next theme is a video game. So I knew this one would be a hit for a lot of you guys that are gamers. So I got some really cool ideas. This is one of my favorites. So, you know, taking Ad Rock, turning him into a video game character. Classic. Amazing. I mean, really, like, it just blows my mind. People come up with these awesome things. Yeah, and that's like a video game controller out of our logo. Such cool stuff, you guys. I love it. And this one I really like too. Really interesting twist on like the Nintendo Switch with our logo. So that was really cool. Heat 7 was music themed. So we gotten some really interesting submissions here as well. I love some of these. Really, really creative plays on our logo here. Congratulations. This is one of my favorites too. Design hearts beat together. I mean, that's so true for the design community at Topcoder. And then we had movies. So this one was really cool too. I love the 3D glasses in here. Really, really neat. I love the color palette on this one too. I'm sure some of you didn't like the color palettes. Blame Daniela for that. And it's cool how some of you took like the movie poster route. And this was really interesting with the Star Wars characters. Just really, really cool. The next theme was retro. Again, this is really open to whatever the designer feels is retro. So I love how I'm retro. Fantastic. Yeah, just some really interesting concepts to go along with the retro theme. And then finally was sci-fi. This was super, super cool. This one here with the lightsaber. Give me this. Gave me this. I love that. But so just really, really, really awesome designs. So fantastic job so I have to pick one to print. So how hard is that going to be for me, right? Round 2 of Design Month Dash was, oh, sorry, go ahead, Adam.
I think me as a video game character, that's the one we should print.
Yeah, that's awesome. Round 2, we challenged designers. So those who passed up from round 1 moved on to round 2. And round 2 was 3 more heats of competition. And for these chess challenge, we were asking members to create a website design for a new group of members called the Brackets Club. And so the first heat was, they had to use a picture of Harshit from our team. They had to use a giant check of cash and a hugging emoji and a very interesting color palette. And so you can see, oh, does that not work? Oh, and that kind of does. You can see how those, wait, I can't get back to it. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So some beautiful designs here. I was very impressed with how everybody made it their own, but still got the message across. So really, really beautiful design pages here. The second heat had to use a photo of Adam, a pie chart, and a heart eyes emoji. So again, some really interesting things. I love the confetti and you know, a lot of folks, it wasn't required, but you know, made it really fit into our website theme already. So that was really nice to see too, but everyone did a really, really great job with it. And the final heat had to use a picture of Daniela, a clipboard, hands up emoji, and another very interesting color palette. And so the designs here were also very, very well done. I mean, you can just see how everybody took the idea of this page and made it their own in so many different ways. It was very, very creative. So I was really happy to see this. Again, very hard to pick winners. So that was the first 2 rounds. Now I want to congratulate the round 3 designers. So these are all the designers who made it to round 3. So I was very proud of all of you for getting that far. Now there's only, I have 5 winners for round 3 that I'm going to announce today. So hopefully some of you that won are on, because that would be cool. So for round 3, we asked you a really tough design challenge. With this global pandemic that's happening, our TCO regional events will be virtual. And we're still not sure about TCO finals. But in that space, we want to see how we can still bring you an awesome tournament virtually. So we asked you to create our on-site arena virtually. You know, basically bring the Topcoder open kiosks where you see everybody's screens to a virtual instance. So you can see everybody's screen, you can talk to people, interact. So it was a really tough design challenge, which was brought to us by Nick on our community team. It was his idea to see what our designers came up with. And so I was really grateful for that idea, and I really loved all of the designs we got. So drum roll for round 3 results, because I love my Giphies. So in 5th place, I always brutally mess up this handle, Kunishiniran. And that was probably way worse than anyone else could have done. But congratulations.
Oh, you did much better than I did.
Yeah. Love this design. I love the pineapple. Like, so the pineapple was the random item. I didn't mention that. So you had to use a pineapple, confetti, and what was the other thing, Daniela? Keep me honest. I can't remember right now.
You're muted, Daniela.
Yeah, I was thinking too. Pineapple confetti. Just a minute.
Yeah, so we'll figure out what the other thing was. It was tricky. I wanted to go a little easier on you, but Daniel was like, nah, throw him a curveball. So like, all right, pineapple.
Yeah, I was thinking they would be creative with it. I mean, they were. Yeah,
Right.
hand clap emoji. Thanks,
Oh,
Mom.
hand clap. The hand clap emoji, confetti, and a pineapple.
Yep.
Because, you know, when will you ever be asked to design something with those three elements, right? So congratulations for 5th place. In 4th place, we have I Am Tong. This was an awesome design as well. As I said, you guys made this so hard for me. One of the best parts about Tong's design was his filler content here, if you can't read it. So anybody see my pineapple? I think I left it somewhere in the arena. Seriously, Harshit? Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm on a diet. I believe this is yours, Harshit. So not only is the design awesome, but the creativity is really cool. But as you see here, you can see everybody's screen. And then if you click on it, it makes it bigger so you can actually see what they're doing while still chatting with your friends. So really great job, Tong, on that one. In 3rd place, we have Adit JG. Love this design. This was one of the first ones I looked at, and immediately I was like, whoa, this is awesome. I love it. Again, the pineapple is adorable with the sunglasses, super cute. But what I like about this is it's really obvious what you're doing, right? To me, that was the first thing I was looking at. Is this really obvious what I'm looking at? Yes. I'm looking at a design screen, right? But if I want to go to dev, I could just hit that tab. And if I want to go look at, you know, the guy down below, I can click on his and I can scroll through and see. So the user experience to me here was really, really good, in my opinion. And then in 2nd place, we have Arianto. So congratulations for you. Really love this design, especially like the cool idea of like the reaction during the timeline. Like that's such a good idea. Love the use of the confetti. Again, the user experience is it flows really well because you know what you're looking at, where to go to see the next thing. I love that you can see who everybody's screen is. So really, really well done. Love this. And this, as I said, it was really, really hard to make placements on this. And then finally, our 1st place, Jessie Design Month winner. Here we go. Oh, it's Nia. Congratulations. And to be fair, I did not know this was Nino's design. In fact, I thought his was a couple designs ago. And when I saw that he won for the 2nd year in a row, Jessie's Design Month Dash, it is super clear to me that Nino knows my design style to a T because he wins pretty much 99% of every challenge I run. Which it's showing something, like he really knows his target audience. But not only that, he did a really, really good job. And I think I brought up I wanted to show, because you can't really see on that screen. I really wanted to show some more of this design because it's a really, really cool thing. So here you are, you're home, you really want to be a part of TCO, but you can't. But here's, you have the chat, you have the screen, and then you have, I want to show this one. You can see everybody at the same time. You can click on it to make it bigger. You can click a different thing. So I just really love the placement of everything. It was really, really clean and thought out well. And so this was the one that, and you know, there was a few other people who also liked this one as 1st place. There's like 6 people looking at these designs, and this one ended up being on top. So congratulations, Nino. I mean, really, really tough call because all of these were awesome, awesome designs. And so I'm very excited, and I really hope I have budget to build this. So that's it for Design Month Dash. I'm happy to take any questions if anyone has any, or if you want to learn more about it, but I'm super excited for how this all went out, and I really can't wait again until next year. Okay, what's next, Adam?
Awesome, that was a lot of fun. Thank you, Jessie. Let's see here. I'd like to do a recap of.
Yeah, I would also like to say thank you to all our co-pilots who helped us run the challenges at the same time. It was very fun and entertaining, and I think it's the first time, I mean, the only time in the year where all the co-pilots collaborate together to do some big project together at the same time for the members. And it was definitely engaging and fun to all share the same problem, to launch at the same time, to coordinate. So thank you everyone.
Yeah, thank you for that, Daniela, because that was a lot of fun. We had a Slack channel, we had a bunch of people working on it, working together on it. So the teamwork for all the co-pilots. So thank you to all of you for that. That was great.
Jessie, I was going to say, so based on the judging and all the rounds, so I had a specific round I was in as a judge, but I was interested to see your feedback too. So you've been doing this since the beginning, as you said. And so I'm like, you need to join the design and review board, because like the feedback you're giving is like high quality feedback to everyone. So I thought it's like, you've been doing this so long, the feedback you want to provide. You're so honest with your feedback to the designers. And I thought it was great to see, like, as Jessie said, a lot of our coworkers don't have an opportunity to judge design challenges because they don't run design challenges, or they're off selling things, or they're doing things in operations or in marketing, right? And they may not be doing design challenges. So to have some of them be judges and see, and for better or worse to say, see some of them struggle on the type of feedback they want to provide or what they want to say. You have Jessie's feedback, which is like 3 paragraphs, right? And then you have, judge number 2 who says 2 words, which is like our customer, right? And then you have my 2 paragraphs. Jessie definitely had more feedback than I did. So, and then you have like we have someone else who has like, 3 or 4 things. So it was very interesting just to see our own internal judging and handling of the feedback. And so I just want everyone out there to know that I definitely think Jessie could be part of the design review board.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
And the one thing to point out too with that is I know firsthand how important feedback is for designers. And for something like this, when this is for fun, yeah, you're really learning. And so I want my feedback to be valuable for you. And sometimes it gets to the point where there's a lot of submissions and we can't do feedback for everybody. It's hard. I feel really guilty about it, but most importantly on these things, we really try to do that. And I think as long as it's continuing to be powerful and helpful for you designers, then we're going to keep doing it. And that's one of the reasons why all the designers come back to Topcoder and why they appreciate Topcoder is because of all the feedback.
Yep. And that's why we want to implement the design review board. I want to make sure that doesn't get lost. We make sure that feedback is the key to everything that we do here. So Jessie was having her fun with her design dash, and so I wanted to have some fun and work with Daniela and put together our I would say our first bracket challenge, but it's technically our second bracket challenge because we did run it at the Topcoder Open last year, but our first virtual rapid UI design tournament. So I love the idea of branding these as rapid UI tournaments because that's what they are. It's really focused on 30-minute challenges where everyone is seated and you have individual design battles. So it's like, how do you get past the designer you're competing against on whatever problem that it is that we've selected for you to tackle. So I had a lot of fun putting this together, working with Daniela. We ended up having 34 designers who were seated in the challenge. And each round was about 30 minutes. So this was about a 6-hour endeavor for me, it was a Friday night. I think Daniela, it was a Saturday morning. Many of you, it was early Saturday morning also. Daniela, did you have something you wanted to comment there?
Yeah, I'm saying that we had different time zones, but I think we all enjoyed it. Like it was engaging, and even if doing the live Zoom thing was the last minute suggested from Jessie, thank you. It ended up being fun, and people could chime in and be live while they were competing, and we were having other design conversation, which was useful. Like it felt a little bit like being live with TCO and talking to another person more like in an informal way, because it wasn't like streaming for everyone. It was just the person's interested. And also we were talking about other design ideas and inspirations from the designs from the round submitted. So yeah, it was definitely cool.
So our winner was Yoki. So I think he got some redemption here. He was He defeated Eisenhower, D-Jack Mania, Stark, I Am Tong, and Raj. So I thought amazingly he was able to one-on-one defeat each one of them as he made his way through the bracket, which for me was very exciting to see that. Raj actually had a question after, I think, the final four. He said, well, out of the final four, who was the winner? And I said I wouldn't answer that because it was, it was based on the individual matchups, right? So it truly is in this type of tournament, like how do you get by the one person that you have to compete? So it's not that you're competing against everyone. You just have to figure out a way to advance, right? To solve the problem and advance to the next round. And I think that's there's a little bit of gamemanship. There's a little bit of mentality, different type of mentality that maybe will come into how we figure this out for the future. Second we had Raj, then we had Tong and Pixroom wrapping up out of our final four. And then Pixroom defeated Avif. That was the last one he defeated. So Chamdi, our number one seed, I'm so bad with his handle, and then Avif. And then we had Tong, who knocked out Day Warp, No Fear, and Paraviki, which I thought was an amazing matchup right there. And then Raj knocked out Dendi.
Iqbal
and Pixroom.
Yeah.
So we do more of these bracket challenges. I'm going to get everyone's handles. I'm going to know all the pronunciations, right? So I'll be at the TCO saying everyone's handles in the future, right? So we'll work on that. That'll be my commitment to everyone. I'll make sure I get these handles correct. So I thought this was a great experiment, and even now it's like, how do we maybe do this on a regular basis? Again, as Daniela said, it was a lot of fun, but maybe 6 hours at one time might be a lot. Maybe we can break it up in the month, a couple brackets here and a couple brackets there, and then have by the end of the month a champion. So, okay. I think that's, yep. So that is what I have.
I have one more thing, Adam, if you are done, because I totally forgot to do the other challenge. So now I'm going to have to go back and figure out how to share my screen again. All that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on one second. We did another fun challenge, which was the meme challenge. And we did that because, as you guys know, as Adam spoke earlier, Guy was all about the memes. He made us laugh on a daily basis with those memes. In particular, the newsletter, right? So if you remember, he had a lot of awesome things in the newsletter that were super, super funny. So I wanted to just, take a minute to celebrate the meme challenge designs that we got. And also thanks to Sita for coming up with the idea and running the challenge for us. So let me just share my screen. We just published the blog post. So you guys can check it out after. So this one was hilarious. How can I beat these two I am monsters here? So that was funny. He also had another one. My expression when application crashed 5 minutes before the deadline. That was a really great photo to use. So thanks for that, Avif. Avif, we get this really great photo of Avif, and we're going to use him for memes all the time. Happened to me too. Don't worry. You wait for it. Then, of course, we have Popeye the Sailor Man ad rock. And so before the challenge even ended officially, I saw this submission. And then like 2 seconds later, Danielle was like, here it is. So we definitely will be showing this one off many times over. So hope you enjoy that. This was pretty funny. Work from home, expectation, reality. That is basically my life right now. So really appreciated that one.
I have a new kid.
Adam has another child. People during lockdown, me. No, That's a great photo, by the way. I love the ears.
Yep.
What you guys were doing or where you were.
That's a whole story in itself.
Right. I'd love to hear the story one day of why the three of you are wearing bunny ears and panda ears. Hysterical. And then we had Universo here. Should we take it all? For sure. Sorry, Vicky. Photo of you eating, but it's funny. How Topcoder changed. This one made me laugh out loud. I almost spit my water seeing the mouth on this little thing. I didn't even read it. I just saw the mouth on the little rodent and like spit my water out at the computer. It's so funny. So good job there. Oh, and of course there's me. Again, you make one silly photograph at an event, someone gets it, and then it's for use at all times. So I thought that was pretty funny.
There were like 20 submissions of this photo.
Yeah, I think I used it for 2 blog articles as a cover.
Yeah. I think that since I have the keys to our Flickr album, I'm going to have to delete this one.
Too late now.
I know, it's pretty too late. This one I thought was pretty funny because this is all of us, right? Before quarantine, in quarantine, we're pretty much all doing the same thing. So yeah, that was just a few fun memes from the meme challenge. So congrats to all the winners there. Again, thanks to Sita and thanks to Guy for making it all possible for us to continue to celebrate his memory and have some fun with his memes. So that's it for me. I mean, we have a bunch of people on here listening in. Do you guys have any questions for any of us or any ideas for Design Month next year? Because we're going to do this every May.
Yeah, I was thinking actually if there is one thing for the members, if there's one thing from this month that you like the most and you would like to see it done more often in the next year, what would it be? Like Jessie's Dash Challenge, the bracket tournament, any more meme challenges or anything else? What did you guys like the most?
Well, and also real quick, someone just posted Final Design Month winners. So we still have a couple challenges running. So we're not able to announce the Final Design Month winners yet. So we have the Rucks that just wrapped up, which again, everyone, thank you for jumping in on that. We have the Women Offshore Challenge, which everyone still has time to jump in. I think that is due 8 a.m. tomorrow. And I think there may be a couple other things that are wrapping up for the month.
Yeah, so we can share the leaderboard here for you guys if you want to check it out. I have it open.
And then as Daniela just said, if you guys have ideas. So.
Yep, and we can unmute you. So if you want to talk, if you have something you want to share, please raise your hand or let us know. I'm sure Luis has a bunch of ideas in his head right now.
Yeah, Joki said that the bracket tournament for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to do that again. And we want to do that, like we want to use the beautiful, design we just got from Design Month Dash Round 3 to do a bracket tournament. How cool would that be, right? And you can watch everybody designing live. In a way where no one's cheating, of course.
Except for the designers, they shouldn't watch.
So here's our current leaderboard, but it's missing the ongoing challenges that are happening right this minute. And then we also have our newbie members. So definitely excited to see how our newbie member leaderboard shapes up. Yoki, you might need to update your profile image. Is that from 2006, 2008? So, but everyone, if you can go to this page and learn all about all the different things that we did this month, and then of course the workshop Wednesdays that I just recapped. Jessie, did you say something there?
Oh no, I was just gonna say we don't have any questions at this moment. So oh, Yogi, message me. I'll help you with that. Sounds like you're having an issue with this photo.
Oh yeah, we got to ask support and change it. Okay, Well, hey everyone, this has been a great design month. I'm already looking forward to next year, and of course, planning out between now and then. I'd like to do some more bracket challenges, and whether or not we continue to call them bracket. I guess we now need to call them bracket challenges because that's what we're calling them. But I'd like to probably start calling them rapid UI or something. We'll figure that out. How do we market and brand those?
Awesome.
Okay.
Well, thank you,
Thanks,
everybody.
everyone.
Thank you, Daniela. Big round of applause for Daniela, all the design
Yes.
month work she's done. So thank you, Daniela.
Thank you,
Everything was
everyone.
super organized. Hey, the bracket challenge was amazingly organized. I forgot to thank all the co-pilots, and actually Luis Rodriguez reached out to me afterwards and said, while he is not a designer, he wants to be involved in the next one because he was so excited by just watching and seeing the outcomes that it was so enthralling for him. So I felt like that energy, and that was the same energy that I felt from that. But it was so organized in that the co-pilots got all the designs, made sure no one knew who the designers were. And so we could quickly judge things and truly make it be one design versus another design. So it was an amazing process.
Yeah, I got the same feedback from Alex from Shakespeare. He asked me like, why am I part of the design? Why am I a pilot here? He was like, I wanted to compete. It's like, you're too late. The seeding round has ended like days ago. He's like, when is the next? I want to compete in this. Like, we have to plan it. It was definitely fun, like to engage the co-pilots and them telling us, hey, next time I'm going to be around.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of
Next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.